Welcome to Sisters in Lit in Life, where we discuss the lit we read and life. I'm Layla.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Shannon.
We got a few of us missing tonight, so we're just gonna have to wing it.
Yes, we're winging it, but we will make it work. We will make it work. So Trina, this was Trina's pick for this past week, and she chose "Debt" by Nina G. Jones.
Yes.
Let's
get into it. Small recap on the book. Basically, the whole plot of this book it's a revenge plot. This girl, Mia, goes online to hire someone to attack her. It's this, I don't really know the correct political terms to use, so don't come for us, but she basically hires someone to come in and rape her, essentially. But it's consensual. She goes to a website to do it. And that's where this guy comes in named Tax, and he basically is from her past, and she has no idea who he is and what his issues are with her, but he's been stalking her for years. They have a very chaotic history, and so he comes in her life, basically blackmails her into basically being his sexual conquest and doing all these things that he wants her to do at a drop of a dime. Oh, we'll talk about those later. And then, they end up falling for each other, because when you're sleeping with someone that you used to like, even though you don't like them anymore, it's probably going to come back. But there's all these other characters that come in that are trying to have a say in what's going on in their relationship, like his sister and her friend and all this. And so basically that's the whole plot. And there's a lot of spicy scenes in this book. Very, very spicy. This is a true dark romance. This isn't a wishy-washy dark romance.
No.
And that's basically the book. So let's discuss.
Where do we start?
So start,
at the beginning.
Discussion questions I feel like we've had a hard time picking a true dark romance.
We were successful this time.
Did this book meet the genre dark romance?
Yes.
I think so. You got the stalking, you have the non-con, sort of con type of sexual
consent,
right, relationships going on. So I do think that it did check the boxes for that. Definitely.
Absolutely. Right.
They had me looking side eye
even without the plot, the revenge, the whole darkness of the plot, the sex scenes was just dark. He was choking the shit out of her a lot of this book.
And not just that, those of you who liked being called a bitch and someone saying to you
degradation,
bitch, dick, and all of that. Thank you. Whitney knows all the terms. It definitely checked the box for those, because I was really almost like, say, bruh, call her a bitch one more time. I had to come back off of it. This was their thing. She was into it. If he didn't, it was almost like she was gonna miss it. So she wanted it.
Hey, friend.
Hi, Trenda.
Our mascot Trenda today can't talk, but she's gonna be here for facial expressions and maybe some
for the jokes. She can officially be the Sisters in Lit in Life official sword swallower, I believe.
Damn, why you get the joke before I could?
I was trying not to do it.
I just want y'all to know. Tyler.
Do not.
What are you talking?
Don't talk to me.
Say it's already been stretched enough.
Right.
Woo-wee. Mister. Let me go ahead and drink to that.
I don't even think you should be on live. You're going to be okay.
She's going to be too tempted to speak. So she did have a procedure with her esophagus being elongated.
Stretched.
So maybe she can take.
I need to ask my medical provider if they offer that service.
No, Whitney. No, Whitney. She needed it medically. You do not. No.
So like the doctors now you're gonna see instead of BBL.
Just let me know if this is what I can't eat and I can't swallow. They'll stretch my throat. Okay, cool.
Right. So people will be getting this instead of BBLs. They'll be like, girl, you know how to get a man? Go get this procedure. They stretch your throat.
Back on topic. Back on topic. Dead.
Okay.
Dead.
That was good.
Okay.
So what was talking about?
Back to that. So we were saying that the degradation was there.
Yes.
This was definitely a true dark romance.
It was.
The stalking was there.
I think even his just overall mannerisms, like him just being an alpha a-hole, like just very much dark. Like
it was hard to like his character and then to also see things from his point of view.
Yeah.
I wanted him to give us more though, I think. Not with his mannerisms. I wanted more with, there was a secret. There was a secret this entire book.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like it was dragged out.
It definitely was dragged out. It definitely was.
A little.
It wasn't a little. It was a lot of
like his throat. It was a long, dragged out too long.
Yeah. Okay. This book, I feel like it had great key points in it. Like she had this Nina Jean Jones. She can write the spice.
Absolutely. We
have nothing to say about her spice writing.
Not at all.
I think where we all kind of waned a little bit in between the 3 and the 4-star ratings system that we have is it took a long time to get to where we knew where it was going. Right. And I feel like when I'm all for the FMCs to be a little bit blindsided by things, but I love a strong FMC. And even though she had a little bit of banter, I feel like she caved so easily to the stuff that he wanted. Although he was blackmailing her, I get it. He's blackmailing you, but I feel like
literally put in the group. If she is asking him, because he told her he's blackmailing her because she's done something to him. And so she's like, will you tell me what it is? He's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. So at that point, I think that's where I was kind of like, ugh, if you're not going to tell me. And she's like, well, I don't care anymore. So I wanted her to stop meeting him for the weekly blackmail, dick sucking, and fuck sessions. And I wanted him to stop wanting it because at that point, she didn't care. Like, she didn't care why you were doing it.
She was on board.
She cared about him genuinely at that point. So it was like, that kind of made it where it was like, you're building up this secret and it's not even important anymore because she cares about him. But then the secret was like, for real?
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like
why he was blackmailing her, but then he had a secret, which was far worse.
Yeah. Although, let me tell you right now, I feel like the most unrealistic thing for this whole book is the fact that there was a secret that Mia never found out about. Because these boys don't seem like the brightest in the bunch that attack Tax and Judith when they're or what's his name, Silvio. They don't seem like they're the brightest bunch. I feel like they would be talking. Oh, I got out of this. I beat this girl. I beat him up. That's why. They would be bragging about this situation. There's no way Mia would not have known about this situation. Granted, she's going through the death of her mother.
Well, she left.
When she gets back to school the next week and she sees that Silvio's not there, I'm telling you, like, she would have found out something.
Seems like somebody said why.
Why? Ask some questions. Do some digging.
Sheila mentioned something. Yes, Miss Sheila mentioned something too. She said, I find it hard to believe that she couldn't recognize him. His face still should have had the features from the past. And I was waiting for that too. Like, if this was someone that she knew growing up, because she kind of was like, wait a minute, your name's kind of familiar. And he's like, oh, she's going to figure it out. Your face should have given it away. Like, you shouldn't have changed that. I mean, I've gained some weight since high school.
And it wasn't like it was elementary school. Because I feel like you elementary school, you might change a lot. You in high school. You about to be 18. I can tell you not going to change that much.
Your face is basically what it's going to be besides some gray hairs and stubble later on.
You might have got fat or
fatter,
or muscle, but your face don't change that much.
No.
I look the same like I did when I was 13.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit more weight to it.
So
just
that part
60
was
pounds bigger.
Stop trying to talk.
You type in the chat and we'll say
Yes.
it.
Yes. And we will get your reaction to your face.
Right. And leave us the face. Yes.
Your fingers work. Save your throat.
Yeah. So I definitely think that was extremely like just unrealistic for the whole, like, even if she had some inkling, he's familiar. I feel like I know him from somewhere. Maybe I met him at one point.
None of that. But none of that. None of that.
It made sense. It only made sense when he was in her home because his face was covered up. That's the only time it made sense. Yes. After she met him, she should have been like, "What's up? You bought our company, but then I just fuck you." Like it should have all came rushing back.
Now that first scene when he goes in, like when she pays $900 to have someone come sexually assault her. And that first scene though, I was like, whew.
I was too. I can't even lie. I felt all of that. I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like, I know as a person, this is not something I would ever want.
No.
But damn it, if this book didn't make me second guess that sometimes.
Right. But she wanted it for the excitement because her friend gave her the idea about it. And you're still in control though. Like you're in control. You come up with the safe word. Cause I had my notes. Like, what was their thing? Like they asked the question. And then the answer was pineapples.
Yeah.
Or so it was like you kind of have all these preset
you can get out if you want.
You can easily get out of it. There's no harm. So it's about the heightened excitement of when is it gonna happen? To me, that's what was the thing, like, oh, someone's gonna come. So imagine her surprise when she's already had this earth-shattering experience, and then there's someone else coming. And she's like, "Who was that last week?" And then she gives the safe word, and that person's like,
"And you done gave up the nookie cookie, girl."
She did more than give up her cookies. She gave up. She gave the mortgage. She gave up everything. Like
house, I think too.
401k, the back of her throat,
all of it. I think too when we get to the office where she finds out that her new boss, because I love her profession in this book. I love that she makes sex toys. I don't know why I love that, but I just love that for her. I was like, you go. But
imagine wanting to run away from small town USA. My dad was the sheriff. Let me go out, branch out, and do something that's
she went opposite. She went opposite of what she was expected to be.
Absolutely.
But I think too, when you get to the office scene, like their first sex scene in the office, where he's like, "Show me how these toys work," I was like, "Take it off." What? Let's do this. I was like, "This is so interesting."
Very. Yes,
I love
those scenes were good.
Yes. So then we get to the point where they're smashing all the time. His sister, on the other hand, Judith, is spiraling. She is like, why don't we have her, like, because the day he shows up to essay her, he's supposed to kill her. He has his knife, but he can't do it. So Judith is in the background. Why is she still alive? And he's like, oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna make her fall in love with me, and then I'm gonna break her heart, sell all her stuff, and then I'm gonna kill her. And mind you, all the people that were in on this assault when they were teenagers, he's already killed all these people. He's killed Tripp. He's killed Tripp's father. He's killed her. He's killed a lot of people to get to. She's the last piece. I think I would have loved this book had he brought her along for the journey. Had he gotten her first, convinced her that all these people deserve to die, and corrupted her soul and made her into his partner in murder.
The thing is, and that would have been good. The only reason though I think that throws off is because they included her father as one of those peoples, because her father hid it. So one of his specialties was giving people some type of serum, injecting them with something that makes it like fake heart attacks. So he's actually killed her father because he was the sheriff, and he
covered it all up too.
Covered it up.
Right.
So that, which Judith brings to light after Judith realizes he's not going to go through with the plan, but then he kind of deviates from the plan. In his mind, he's going to try to save her by impregnating her. Like, if I get her pregnant, Jude will not be able to do anything to her. She's going to love this baby. She's going to love her. It's going to be all right. And so
the lies. She has some deep-seated ass.
No.
But my thing is, like, why are you going to get, like, even if this is true, and Judith is like, oh, why would you give the spiraling ass crazy person your baby? She tripping. Judith is lost her damn mind. Okay,
you ain't right.
When she be sleeping with Rex, she be fucking him up. His neck got scratches all over it. She done told this man that she is not okay.
Not at all.
Did we think to get this poor child therapy?
You're right.
That's the first stop, Pax.
Yes.
Get her into some help.
Well, here's the thing. I think he thought giving her the baby, because she lost her ability to bear children in that assault. So I think he thinks this is going to be a quick fix.
No.
But I think that would make her jealous, because the person that she felt was responsible for it all, oh, you had a baby with her?
You can have a baby.
Do something I can't do.
Yep.
How you finna run crazier. Like, she's not gonna be able to handle that.
No, not at all. And then we find, like, Jude finally, she handles the business. She goes in there and pops Mia. Did she stab her or shoot her in the stomach? I can't remember. She popped her, I think, right? Yeah, she shoots her. And so, like, Tax is running in there and he's trying to find out what's going on. I think he drives her to the hospital, and, he ends up having to kill his sister to basically say, if I told you.
This is the most toxicest ass book. Okay,
like, he told his sister. We're
harboring stuff from like years.
Yes.
What you call it? Your sister is harboring this stuff for years. Y'all devise a whole plan to to give it to this girl as a what? What? And then your sister's not satisfied because you didn't kill her the first time when you was initially supposed to give it to her. Mm-hmm. You over there continuing to give it to her. Your sister shoots her. You kill your sister, and then you leave.
But he also tells the sister, "Oh, wait a minute, she actually didn't know," and he warned her, "If you do something to her, I'm gonna kill your ass. I'm gonna kill you."
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that was my favorite part too. How Trina said he destroyed he went and bought all the shit in the town and shut the whole town down.
Shut down.
That is some good ass revenge.
All of the economy failed in the town because he bought the meal. Wasn't a meal, but the big place that everybody worked. Right. Oh, I'm gonna just close it. Just crumble the economic system.
Shut the town down. I thought that was great. I love that part.
Yeah.
So wait, I have. So one of the questions I have on here is, what did you think of the characters and who did you like and dislike? So I honestly, I love Tax. He was my favorite character because he was an a-hole. And I feel like he was the true a-hole that I wanted for this book. I didn't like Mia. I was like, oh, you're so nice. Oh, you had no idea your boyfriend was like your boyfriend, like him and his friends raped this little girl. Mm-hmm. And you still had no idea. I'm my daughter's pride and my father's pride and joy. It's me and him. Like, no. I feel like people who are innately bad like that have those characteristics all the time, unless you're like really, really good at hiding it. Like, a lot of these sociopaths.
I didn't have a favorite character because I thought she was a nitwit. Like, how can you not recognize this person?
Yeah.
And but you're so close to him, like you got your balls to your chin. I don't understand how you don't know people. Like, you can't see them. You grew up with them. I don't understand. And he was too much of a butthole for me. Like, if you're in your mind, you're really going to let off the hook, and then you really realize it. I get you're the two of you were gonna have hot sex anyway. Like, I didn't like that he continued with the blackmail. And for me, it was the blackmail of, oh, I'm just gonna let everybody know that you do this and you hire people to do this to you and you do that. Like, so okay, blackmail me. You're making her stay on with your company for a year.
Yeah.
But why do you need to take her body? Like, she was already gonna give you her ass. Like, you're gonna have.
They took his body. They took his body and his sister's body. She paying up. Pay your dues, homie. Mm-hmm. You got to pay somehow.
I ain't like him.
So wait. Also, the whole past when stuff happens between them. I don't understand how you didn't put 2 and 2 together about how you lost the letter and Tripp found the letter. Like me, I was just like, she's so. I don't mind a weak FMC, but I don't like a dumb one.
I told you.
Like, she was so dumb. Like the whole.
Her brain was peanut butter. She needed somebody to spread it for her. Like, that fucker didn't. She just didn't have it together. She just did.
She
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me put myself in the corner. I'm sorry.
But I think for me, this is the second. I don't know what this trope is considered. Like, what would you call this kind of?
Did Trina say shut her town down if they don't get a Popeyes at a Walmart?
Girl, you just saw me and Shannon was laughing about that 5 minutes ago. I didn't want to comment on her backwood town and with no Walmart.
Not backwoods.
See, they can have a tax come in and shut their town down. I bet they have one good company.
Girl, don't let nobody piss off taxing your neighborhood. Okay. You're gonna be moving up here with us. We need to get you an Etch-a-Sketch so you can write your shit out. Get you a whiteboard. Oh. She writing. I know she's writing something. Yeah.
I'm dead, Dr. Charlie Brown.
Wah, 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 wah.
They need to piss it off so you can shut it down and rebuild it.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. But yeah. I ain't have no favorites. I wanted to throw this book. I promise
I wanted it to get over. This is the thing. It was like she was hyping it up about this secret. I was like, oh shit, they keep talking about this, keep talking about this. Yeah. And then I was like, I bet it ain't gonna be shit. Like, that's what it was when I finally got there. I was like,
that's what
I don't want it to be.
You could have divulged the secret probably about
40%, 30% in.
Yes.
That's why I said have 30%. She knows the secret. The rest of the book, bringing her shit in and her having going back and killing all these motherfuckers. Because I would have loved to see the scenes. Like, he put all this energy. The whole book is about her. I would have loved to have seen. So, not to stray off topic, but we're about to read the Mindfuck series. This is very similar, but because I read the first book in the Mindfuck series. This, not the whole attack for hire thing, but the whole past present.
Set me up for another.
Yeah. No, the whole past present, like something happened, but we get a very deep, in depth of the things that happen to each individual along the way.
It better be, because ain't that book like 607 pages?
So it is, but it's all the books in one.
I know it's all the books in one, but you finishing the series, and you already know how I feel about series. Yeah. I signed up for it because you my bitch. But girl, don't let me down for those 700 pages.
Each book is only like 100 some pages. We should all read. We should buddy read it, Lonnie. I'm excited. Okay. But I think it needed that. Like, I feel like it was just so much Mia and then so much tax. Like, it didn't have anything else. It didn't have enough substance to keep it going. Like you said, 30%. That's cool. I'm cool with her finding out 30% of the way, and then have something else happen. The book is the Mindfuck series by let me grab it for you real quick.
S.A. Hardy.
Is that? I think that's it. But it's like I've been wanting to read it for so long, and I read the first book. It's like a detective and a serial killer book. Like, that's all I can say without giving away it much. But I think this just needed something else.
You know what? I read one of those kind of.
Yeah, that took it a little too far.
So,
but see, look,
I'm not gonna lie.
If it's from a certain somebody, like if the reading is all on point and everything, and then you come across the scene like that, because I was like, anybody else, I probably would have been like, ew.
Right.
So,
but this one book that I read, I can't even recall what book it was, but I was like, oh.
St. Abby. Did you say that already? She's the one who wrote
No, I said St. Hardy.
I'll it says join the chat. I don't know. I've never done that. Can I do that?
Oh. Let's see.
Join what chat?
I don't know. It just gave me an option.
You connect you to YouTube. Connect your YouTube account to join the live chat.
We're about to see, y'all. We're about to see. I don't know.
You don't say nothing like that on mine because I got
it's the first time it's ever said it. Usually
it sure is. Let me see. I'm gonna allow it.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna post a comment.
I always said an error occurred, but it's not my fault. So that's like it's not you.
They still working on it.
Okay, because I've never seen that come up before. Because we've always said, why can't we join?
Oh, there I am.
Yes, you got in.
Hey,
maybe you try again.
Let me see. Try again.
That's crazy. I didn't know that you couldn't type in there.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't before.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway, back to this book so we can finish this one up. Okay, so what was your favorite spicy scene in the whole book?
The beginning.
The very beginning. Nothing topped the beginning. The having the mask, even though she went to see a little bit and he just took off a little bit, like the heightened sense of it all. Like I was ready to try to see how I could climb on the pages and give me some of that. I was just
yeah. Also, Lonnie, not to discredit this Layla, sorry, can't help it. To discredit this, I don't know what this trope is considered, but if you want to read another book that is very not similar but has the same whole rape for hire kind of thing, read Bait by Dana Isley or Isley. I can't. Oh my gosh, because it's actually one of the ones I had for my dark romance pick. But I feel like since we read this, we can't read this right after because it's not similar, but it's the same kind of concept as far as the whole.
Not back to back, please, Lord.
Yeah, but that book right there is called Bait. Oh my gosh. And okay, so let me also state for this. I originally gave this book 5 stars when I read it. I read this book, I don't know why it says March. I read this book like 2 years ago. And when I first entered my dark romance phase. And I feel like when you first enter your phase of a book, for especially dark romance, all you care about is the sex. You don't care about the plot. You don't care about the characters. I need him to be fucking the shit out of her all the time.
All the time.
All the time. This book delivered that. So 5 stars. But when I reread it as I've evolved in my, bookness. My new eyes, my evolved eyes, I definitely went ahead and definitely lowered my rating on this one. So let's go ahead and jump into the next. Oh, wait. Okay, what final thoughts about this book before we get into the ratings? Sorry, before we get to the ratings, final thoughts about this book.
It was well written.
Yeah, she didn't have a whole lot of errors.
No.
This is one thing. The audible narration on this book was awful. Nothing against whoever narrated this book.
Yes, there is something against it.
No. Their voices
didn't fit these characters.
This is not your genre.
No, that's exactly right. They have amazing voices. Look at the
terrible. Absolute. Like I feel like re-record this with like someone else.
Y'all know who could be Tex? What's our boy Corbin?
No. I don't even want him to read this book. Nope.
You think it? Okay.
Nope.
I almost said something.
Hold on.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that.
So someone with a voice similar to his.
It wasn't even his voice. To me, it was how he read. I didn't like the fact that he read it like he was racing through each scene. It was like, and she was. It sounded like every scene was some kind of thriller.
Now, her voice did sound like she was always a damsel in distress, like she was the blonde. But for this to be a dark romance during the sex scenes, I'm gonna need you to go get some
get a growl,
something else about you, because the way
it was like this was him. This was him. I'm gonna read this. This was him. Multi-purpose sleep spray combined. I was like, why are you hyping this scene up? Like they're just talking, sir. And then Mia sounded like she was like, not to say you can't be an older narrator, absolutely, but she sounded very much older. Mia wasn't that much older. Mia wasn't in her mid 40s. This woman sounded like she was in her mid 40s narrating this book.
This is what her voice sounded like to me.
Oh, Trenda. It was so good. Why do we make GIFs?
That's the Chronicles. Those shit are Chronicles. Oh my God. Y'all already see we be doing too much. We be doing too much.
I think that's what killed me for this, because when I read it the first time, I read the book. I didn't listen to it. This time I listened to it and I was like, what?
It did not do the book justice. Like, I'm gonna say the book was well written, and that their voices for the type of book just did not do it justice.
Absolutely not. What's it called? Do something. I don't know, but awful. Okay, so now that we wrapped up the book, let's get into 2 ratings for this book. We have an overall rating, and we have our new spice rating. So let's start with the spice rating. I don't know if, Shannon, you have it to share, if you're able to share the screen and pull up the spice rating.
Girl, please, not on this computer. This computer been acting trash.
If it's in the chat, I can probably.
I will put it on my phone.
Okay.
And I will share my phone.
That's even better.
But what's the rating, the actual rating that you guys are giving this book?
So this book, now that I've read it the second time, I took it back to a 3.5. I was able to make it through the book. The spicy scenes were giving. The plot in itself isn't horrible. It just was drawn out. So I gave it a 3, which was, I would read this, but I'm not going to recommend this book to someone else. Unless all you want is a spicy book with this kind of trope, like with the whole dubious consent and rape for hire. Because there's not a lot of books that have that. So if you're into that kind of kink, then I would recommend this book to you. But the overall revenge plot, I didn't really care for that part as much.
No.
So she, like I said, she had 2 kind of books. Like she had me on one side and she lost me on one. Yeah. So I gave it a 3.5.
Layla, what you get it?
So I gave it a 3 with our new system. Borrow, don't buy.
Yay!
Oh, she made the little things. Look at her. You fancy.
It was all right. It was entertaining, but a tad bit slow. But it was just because of the revenge portion of it that was a bit slow. But I will read another book from this author. She, like I said, the rest of it was giving. You know, you did what I think you wanted your characters to do. You want us to not like Tex. I didn't like him. She was an airhead who, because it's hard to believe, like you didn't know someone that you used to know, and y'all were in the same circle like that. So yeah, the characters did what they were supposed to do. I ain't like them, and I think when you either dislike or like the characters, the author is doing something correct, because you're having feeling. You're starting to invest, even if you're like, I can't stand this bitch. For somebody to make me make that comment, I'm investing a portion of me, even if I don't like this character in your book. I'm investing in it. So I think it was just the revenge plot threw me.
It was the redundancy. Because I'm okay with you having a revenge plot.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't make it over and over and over and over again with nothing new to add to it. What's up, Shannon?
Because it was nothing new. It's still a secret. Because I kept saying, I wonder what's going to happen.
It's a secret, kind of secret.
Yeah, it's a 3 for me. Borrow, don't buy. Cause I'll read another one. Hopefully she doesn't. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hopefully she doesn't follow the same kind of structure that she did for this book. Like y'all said, the spice was spicing, but the plot and the whole secret was drawn out. And when you finally got to the secrets and stuff, and you was like, "That's it."
Right.
And I'm all for a toxic dude. Hell, I read it in the gray, and I loved it. And a lot of people don't love it. So I'm all for the toxicity, but no.
Yeah. Trenda, type in the chat what you gave this book. Okay, so while we wait for Trenda, 2.5 for Trenda. The twin gonna come for you when you get back on the camera. She liked all the smashing, but she didn't like anything else.
Right.
That's me translating. Spicy 100. That's right, Trenda. So on our spicy scale, what do you have, Shannon? How does it work?
Okay. See if I can. Oh,
nope,
shit.
can't see that at all.
No, it's super. Oh, there it is.
Okay, but we can't read it, so you gotta just read it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we have 5 or max shoulder tap, detailed to the max, absolute filth, but I liked it. Countless mech scenes in need of a smexual release. That's the shoulder tap. That's the top level. 4 is soaked panties, need new panties, explicit smeck scenes, dirty talk, and kinks, multiple sex scenes. 3 is sprinkle, scatter smeck scenes, a tad bit spicy, fair amount of smut, significant description. 2 is a fade to black, smexual tension, angsty more than spicy, mainly plot, smecks implied. And a 1 is baby cheek sweet. It's a cute romance, basically YA, mainly kissing and hand holding, no smecks implied.
This book for me, I would give it a 4.
Soap panties
on the spice scale.
Yep.
Definitely a 4, maybe a 4.5, but definitely a solid 4 for the spice.
Okay, because I can't say only but one scene was like soaked panties, so I give it like you in between. Even though the sex scenes was all through it, you wasn't giving me soaked panties. Because the first one I was just like, oh yeah, and then I was like.
I liked the first scene, and I liked when he showed up at her office and was like, show me how all these toys work. I was like, oh.
I didn't like him at the office. I didn't like their weekly thing at the office. Like, this had a lot of scenes, so it was between the sprinkle and soap panties for me, just because of it had something to do with the blackmail. Like, he could have left the blackmailing her for sex out of it. She was giving it to him because what
she
he
didn't care about blackmail.
No, she didn't. It was his point of view hearing it about the blackmail and the sex. Like, because she was going to give it to you. Like, she'd have swung from that ceiling fan. If she was 500 pounds, she'd have got her big ass up there and gave it to you. Like, she was going to give it to you. So we didn't need that part. And I think that kind of took from it because I was like, she feels like she's doing it because she has to, even though she wants to. Mm-hmm. She thinks, she doesn't know. He knows that, he doesn't know that she wants to do it. He thinks she's doing it because I'm making her do it. And he didn't have to make her do it. So that
he definitely didn't have to make her.
Yeah.
Although I think she would have quit that first time they encountered each other, blackmailed her, she was out. She was gonna leave. She was like, I'm just washing my hands of this whole situation. I think he had to blackmail her to get her to at least stay for the year. After that, he never had to bring it up again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
so he probably had to say something to her at first to get her to stay, but then he didn't have to say, he could have said,
didn't have to keep saying it.
Yeah, he didn't have to keep implying about it. Like, that's, to me, was making it like, because he didn't know she wanted to. Like, she's really developing feelings, and even though he was too, she would know.
I know it's fiction. But no, you not gonna shoot me. Your sister, I don't give a damn, but it's a relative. You're not gonna shoot me. Kill my baby. Try to do this whole revenge plot on me. Regardless of how I feel. This relationship is null and void. I'm not finna write you at the end after you done disappeared on my ass. Like, you haven't
disappeared. I didn't even get to the
You haven't done enough to me, and I still want you back. I would. Like, oh my gosh, please give him this letter. I need for him to know that I forgive him and I can't breathe without him. Girl, you crazy. You cray. You belong in that family.
Right.
Yeah. What was they feeding these people in this town?
Girl. It was something in their water. Like, their water tower was rusty or something.
Something in the water. They was
well. Look at me. Yes. But anyways, that is debt. Y'all read it if y'all will. Please borrow it on KU.
Yes.
Do not buy it.
Don't buy it. Just rent it on KU.
Drink it stupid juice. Period. And
100% drinking stupid juice.
And period. So y'all ready to get to spinning this wheel?
The wheel is so finicky. I'm so
I'm scared of the wheel. I'm feeling a certain type of way about the wheel this week.
Look, at first we were scared about us just picking. We scared about the wheel. We just got win.
I know, right?
All right. I mean, I when I tell you, please don't pick me for anything other than dark romance or fantasy, because it's just gonna be terrible. I don't know what I got. I don't even know if some of these are considered urban romance.
I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna pick the genre first.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna pick the person. So we gonna razz it.
I don't know. The Facebook thing drives me crazy. I want to know who is the Facebook user talking to.
Oh, I know. That's almost creepy.
It's Rayn. Hey, Rayn.
Oh, hey, Rayn.
I popped on right at the top to switch the books because she didn't want to talk about it. That's the perfect time. You want to switch. Yeah,
I wish it would give the name, because for it to say Facebook user, it's like somebody is stalking us.
Yes.
Right.
All right, Will.
Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. Let me just drink a drink real quick.
Here's the part it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail every time it comes.
This is so stressful. Please don't be me.
I know, that's what I keep.
Hey. Let's see what we get.
Go mystery. Like mystery. I think I got a good one for mystery.
Oh
damn.
Didn't we just do urban romance? Oh my god.
Okay, let's spin again.
No, but did we do it? Did we? Mine was them boys from the bottom was urban romance. Okay, I got a good fantasy. Come on, Whitney. I think the one that I picked for fantasy is good.
It's not me. Shadow Phone said go mystery.
Sorry, Shadow Phone. Keep holding on. We're gonna get there.
Wait, is the ad?
Come on, ad.
Oh no, what happened? They giving me the ad. I don't want the ad. I want the wheel. What are you doing? I told you I need a new computer. Sisters and Lit funds come through.
Okay. So, too, also with this fantasy genre, is paranormal and fantasy? Oh, it ain't me anyway. It froze. Or did you already spin it?
Oh, I hope that ain't my name. Jesus, don't be my name.
I think Shannon was fine.
Oh. No, Rayn.
Rayn's not here.
Oh, okay.
Rayn, do you have your
Rayn.
list on you, Rayn? Do you have your list? You in the chat?
Rayn, you still in the chat? If not, we can go ahead and spin again.
What was it? It was urban. What was it?
It was fantasy.
It's fantasy.
Fantasy. Oh Lord.
Fantasy.
Rayn. Okay. I'm excited.
I am too. I'm just glad it wasn't me.
I had a good fantasy, so I had a good fantasy.
These books sometimes
You
don't
too?
be booking and giving, and you be like, ooh.
Sometimes they don't. They just be doing whatever they want sometimes.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
I've been
also,
bored.
I had the life question in here for this. And the life question was, have you ever wanted to exact revenge on someone? And at what point is it too much and you have to just let it go?
When you hold on to it for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, it's too long.
Oh, I just heard about this book.
Oh, The Unbroken.
It's in my notes. Oh, where's my notes?
Is it by? It can't be that one.
It's in my notes.
It's not the one by C.L. It's C.L. Clark or C.L. Yeah, C.L. Clark. There's so many people. Like it has to be C.L. Clark.
Yep, C.L. Clark. Yep.
Ooh.
It's on my notes. Oh, that's so funny. It's right there. If y'all can read my chicken scratch,
We can't.
it's right there. You can see that.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, we can see Unbroken.
It's a sapphic fantasy.
Oh, I love it.
What you call it? The author's pronoun is they.
Oh,
that's a good way to do it. Shadow Phone says in middle school, I just wrote all my boys into my anger out there, let it go afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
There's one person in my life that I feel like never got the justice that they needed.
Oh yeah.
They needed some kind of ass whooping, or they needed to be broke down on the freeway in 100-degree weather. Something. It never happened for them. I let it go, but I'm telling you right now, if I heard tomorrow,
my damn drink out.
I would say thank you.
Say I wouldn't even piss on you if you was on fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I've said that multiple times about this person.
I used to have that thing where I wouldn't give you spit if your eyebrows were on fire. Like I used to have that thing, but it was just like maturation and me saying, you know what? Every dog has his day. Yeah. Whatever. Because what I can't stand is a ditch digger. What I mean by that is a person who's digging a ditch for you to fall in. And they're trying to set you up, or they're trying to make you look stupid. And so I used to have coworkers like that. And then it was like, you know what? You're digging a ditch for me. You're going to mess around and fall in because you're going to make it too big or you make it too narrow. And it's going to be
karma. Karma comes around too. Karma comes around.
And personally, though, there were a couple people I'm like, and I had to realize because it just seems like, why are all the good things happening for this person who I know is just not a good person?
Not a good person.
So I had to like work on myself. Like, okay, that's being envious. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And just count your blessings, be grateful, be thankful, and just move forward. Even if things didn't turn out the way that I had hoped or that I wanted. Because if you think about it, everybody has tough times in life. We may not see it. And the thing is I had to think about that. That person they're not going to share that. It's like Facebook. Rarely do people get on Facebook and talk about the bad stuff. Like we're going to show all the glitz and the glamour and all the good stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, agree. Rayn said,
I know that's right.
Revenge. The biggest revenge for me is to not be fooling with your ass. You know what, Rayn? I feel like I would be hurt if you stopped fooling with us. So that would be some worse. That would be some terrible revenge.
Yeah. She said, yes, at karma, and I'm one of God's favorites. So people that mess with me be down bad, and I love to see it. And I love to see it.
It's a whole bag of popcorn, fresh.
Just be waiting. Oh, okay.
Because I don't even care. I don't even care for you that good to be over here exacting revenge. Ain't no way. That take too much energy. I ain't got it to do.
They do. So let me talk about this one time.
The Unbroken by C.L. Clark.
Yes, we'll put it in our chat, Trenda. And I'm gonna make a flyer for this one tomorrow, so we can put it on our page. So if you follow us on our Facebook, Sisters in Lit in Life, you'll know what we're reading for next week's podcast. This one time though, my ex-boyfriend, he was getting catfished by this girl online. This is before catfish. This was in like 2007, 2008. And he was getting catfished, and he was like, and we lived together and everything. And he's like, I knew her since high school. Da, da, da. So, you know, women, we detective mode.
Not this one time at band camp.
I found her ass. She was catfishing him. She was this fat farm model. I'm like, well, she don't want your ass if that's what you think. But he neither here nor there. That was not her. I can tell you. I'm not gonna say the last name. But Angelica, if you out there,
not my sister Angelica, not to be confused with my sister Angelica.
Not that girl, but like I feel like I have an aversion to the name Angelica. I'm like, but I found her and I emailed the person who really was like, this girl's using your face. She is using you all over Facebook. She got my man over here thinking she in love. Da, 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 da. And then I put all the emails together, clipped it, broke it with him, and left it on the table and dipped. He was at my job 2 days later crying, take me back. Bye.
I don't want you back.
That was the best. I think that kind of revenge is the best revenge.
You know what? That's almost not revenge. That's almost, you know what? Let me walk out of here with a bang. How about that?
I was like this when they came on the show Catfish. I was like, I did that shit too, Neve. I did that.
Right.
Like running my own little investigation. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Sisters in Lit in Life Detective Agency.
Okay.
Branch out.
No worries. They crazy as hell. I can't fool with it. Nope. I will not. I refuse.
Okay, I'm trying to get this book on Kindle. I don't know why. I guess because I'm on my iPad. It's acting crazy.
Oh yeah, mine was too. I had to get on my phone. So I'm going to post the link as soon as y'all pray that I get a new computer because this one is down bad.
It's not okay. It's not KU.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Uh-oh. We lost Shannon. How we lose the person that hosting the whole thing?
Got to be more careful.
Ooh, the writer's strike happening. What writer's strike? I don't see. The thing is, like, I read so much, I don't know what's going on in the world. Shadow phone. It's like a oxymoron. Like, oh, I love all this stuff going on in these books, but I don't know what's going on in the real world at all. Didn't know there was a writer's strike. I know there was like a UPS thing going on.
That's going to mess with supply again.
I was like, how are you going to do that right next to Prime? How are you going to do that next to Prime Day? Come on now. I was like, Bezos better just go ahead and pay these people so they can get the packages out.
Right. Because you're making the money. Just go ahead and pay people.
Well, just go ahead. Bezos got me. Shoot. I got to order 3 or 4 things today. So I got to have it, guys. Yeah, also, if you're wondering if there's any good books, if you follow Shannon on Facebook, she made a list of a lot of the Prime books that were on sale. Like they had a bunch of, I think Anna Hong's books were all on there. They had a bunch of books like $5, $6. So if you're wanting to stock those bookshelves, make sure you go ahead and do it. And I think you can use your Kindle rewards. I was telling people, Shannon, that you had on your Facebook that you had the list of all the books that were a part of Prime. So I told them to go check it out when you have all the links. But can you use your Kindle points, or is it just for purchase books, like physical copies?
For what? I'm sorry.
You know how you had all the links to the books that were a part of Prime? They were like $5, $6, whatever. Do they only have the paperbacks a part of the Prime, or were the KUs on sale too?
No, there were KUs a part of the Prime, but there weren't. I didn't go through all that list because it seemed like all the KUs were the same price.
Okay.
Like they were still $4.99 and stuff like that. So I didn't even bother to go through those. Yeah, so I just put on there all the paperbacks that everybody that might be interested in, the popular ones, to go get them, because a good of them were like under $9, $10, $11. where they're normally like 18. So, yes.
Okay. So, like I said, if you look at it, go to Shannon's page, look at her. She has a post up there for all the links for all the books. So, click on a link, buy the book. Prime Day, baby. Hey.
Yep, you got one more day. What is it? 4 more hours.
Yeah, a couple more hours.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I guess that wraps it up for this week's episode. Conclusion of Debt by Nina Jean Jones. Next week,
I think I'm gonna have to buy this book because I think I'm gonna be doing a lot of notes and highlighting.
I know. I'm like, let me just go ahead and get it. Let me just get it.
For real.
But it's a part 2. So are we gonna get part 2? It's a 2-book series.
It depends on part 1.
Right? Because I didn't go back to the other one.
Oh.
So yeah, we're gonna see. Till next time, y'all.
Bye.
Trenda's face.